Hey guys, I hope you're okay. I am back with The Hand on the Wall by Maureen Johnson. Spoiler-filled vlog. So I feel like everyone knew this one was coming. I've done the first two. Of course I was going to do this one. I'm going to round off the trilogy. And the last two were dramatic. The first one I really enjoyed. I thought it was a nice introduction. Bit too much of a description, not enough storyline. I've said it many times before, but I feel as though if I don't mention it, people will be like, didn't you say you didn't like this one as much? No, I did not. But I have read the first one, thought it was really interesting, got a nice little intro to the story, a lot of tense stuff happened. Then we got to book two, and let me tell you now, that was just heart attack central. So much happened, it was so dramatic, so dark, so tense, a lot of funny moments. Just so mysterious. You got to go around this entire story and find the mystery. It was intriguing as hell. I loved every moment of that. 5-star for that book. And here we are. Because this book ended off on such a dramatic note. The Vanishing Stair ended off really dramatically. We found out who kidnapped Iris and Alice. We found out who was behind it. We found out who killed Dottie. We found out everything. And I did not expect that to happen in book two. I ended off book two thinking, what the hell is going to happen next? Like, what's left? And then it ended off with Hayes was obviously murdered and Ellie had gone on the run. We found Ellie's body. Like, there was so much. So Ellie was dead now as well. Like, then Fenton died in the house fight. There was just so much. There was so much going on. There was 3 people killed in present day. And Stevie was just no closer to solving this mystery. She solved the Ellingham case, but she didn't get to solve this one going. So here we are entering this book. What do we know? I don't know anything. I'm scared. I want to know who killed Fenton. I'm assuming this is no accident. There was definitely causes for these deaths. Either they were all murdered or something's happened. I just don't even know at this point. I'm finding it very tense. I had a prediction that Edward King is definitely involved more because he has no point to this story if he is not involved in this kidnapping case or not involved in wanting Ellingham to be safe or keep going or you know what I'm saying. Like, he has no purpose in this story, but he's mentioned so much, so he has to be involved somewhere down the line. In addition to that, I also still feel as though Alice might be alive because they mentioned in the last book so many times about Iris being killed and when Alice was kidnapped by Marsh. And then I think Ellingham actually asked Marsh, is Alice dead? Where is she? And Marsh didn't answer. He just didn't give an answer to it. And I'm like, she's not dead. Or she was, like, she's still alive. Like, I was 100% convinced, and I still am, and I can't wait to actually find out if she's made it. I think I actually had a prediction that, like, kind of tied the two theories that I've just said together. That Ellingham, also, third theory, Ellingham on the boat does not die. My prediction was that Ellingham faked his death on that boat crash, killed Marsh, because Marsh actually kidnapped his wife and daughter. He found Alice. Marsh told him where Alice was. He went and found Alice. Then they went and hid to make sure Alice would remain safe. And they changed their name, had a new identity. And over time, Edward King became Alice's son. And therefore, David is the heir to Ellingham. That would bring in why David and Edward are involved in this story as much. Obviously, we get why David is, but Edward's not so much. So that was a nice little theory. I'm not entirely sure that's going to be the case, but I would very much love that. Did I have any other predictions? Oh, I was so sad that Hunter was in this fire. I hope he's okay. Like, it just left it saying we don't know if he's survived, and I'm scared for my life. But I don't know if I have any other predictions. I probably do. If you go and watch that last video, you'll know. But I can't remember for the life of me what they were. So we're going to jump straight into this one. I will update you throughout. Spoilers, of course. See you guys soon. Flora gave birth to Alice? Well, that was a plot twist. so much already. I'm on the first chapter. So newspapers just give me the details that there was enough remains found to prove that both Albert and Marsh had died. And I'm just sat here like, nah, still skeptical, still don't believe it. They've just told you they found like 3 hands. How do you not believe this? Like, no one has 3 hands. It has to have been 2 of them. There are only 2 of them on the boat. But I'm just like, nah, he's still alive. What is wrong with me? Oh, thank God Hunter's still alive. That would have really hurt me if he died. I like him. He's cute. So seeing Iris in this state is actually really upsetting to see. The whole being addicted to drugs thing, it makes sense, but it really makes me dislike her. Like, I knew this was a plot point, but seeing it as opposed to actually just hearing about it, it really makes me dislike her and upset about this. I don't like this bit. So I've just got to the scene where Frankie and Eddie make the truly devious note, and I found that fascinating to watch. Like, even though I'm not entirely sure how I feel about the fact that the note wasn't related to the case, it's kind of still iffy about that. The fact that I got to see it being created and how they came up with the poem, that was just really fascinating, so interesting. But I will say, it did end with Frankie losing her belongings, like the photos fell out, but they were found with her belongings in Stevie. Like, Stevie found them in the box, so she must find them at some point, surely. Like, I don't really know. That was just a weird plot point. But yeah, watching that was absolutely fascinating. So Ellie's friends have just said that they think they know who wrote the note that was projected onto Stevie's wall. I mean, great little throwback to book 1, but also like, I need to know. Tell me. What are you doing? Why are you not telling me this information? Stop making me wait. I need to know. Who is beeping? Neighbour's son's getting dropkicked, the little shit. Oh my God, so Dottie has the photos. Is that Tin Dottie's, not Francis's? Is that obvious? I always assumed it was Frankie's box. Is it Dottie's? Oh my God, Stevie's right. Hayes, Ellie, and Fenton all died in ways where the killer didn't actually have to be there. Like, it was all just pre-planned and they died as a result of that, not an actual murder. That's so weird, but so true. That means it could be anyone. Alibis do not count. I can't believe Marsh is Alice's dad. He got his own daughter kidnapped and potentially killed. Like, how... Oh... I mean, I hope that tortures him for the rest of his life. I mean, he died on the boat, but I hope that tortured him for all of that time. So David is now back to stop his father from becoming president. Right, hear me out. How is this related to the story? Because I get it. I get that this is kind of like an interesting subplot, but also, why is it a subplot? There is enough going on in this story, we don't need a subplot. Unless Edward King is part of this story, and it's a major thing that we're just missing. And so far, I'm not getting that, which makes me just think, why the hell is he in this story? You get what I'm saying, guys? I hope you get what I'm saying. Like, other than Edward King being a pain in the ass, what good does he serve to the story? Because that is what I don't know right now. So Alice is dead. I've just read the part where where it's revealed that she didn't die in the kidnapping. They kept her alive and then she got sick and died of measles. So I've just seen a spider and I want to die. That's where I went. So, yeah, Alice died of measles. And I'm really upset about it. Poor child. I mean, props to this book for actually killing off a child. That was quite interesting because I didn't expect it. So we love that. However, that kind of throws a spanner in the works for my theory that Alice was alive and Albert Ellingham was alive and they've gone living in a happily ever after, and David and Edward King are both descendants. Boy, was I wrong with that theory. Oh, wow, if you've read this book, I'm assuming you've read this book, you're just going to be sat there like, what are you chatting about, mate? My theory was messed up. Never mind. I'm hurt, but I'll survive. Damn it. Oh, I do make myself laugh with how stupid I am sometimes. Oh, the mission Stevie's on right now with like the tiptoe thing and, you know, the statue and tiptoe, you get the toe and you push, like, I like that. I think that's really clever. I think it's smart. I had a lot of fun. That was a really good chapter. Leonard going into this with pure arrogance, knowing what Marsh did now, rather than actually contacting the police, just going along with it. Like, this is how people get killed in movies. And I'm pretty annoyed that he actually went along with it, considering Albert's meant to be these people's friend. I mean, I get why Marsh wouldn't tell Albert, but Leonard didn't, really. I just feel really bad on the guy at this point. Oh my god, the hatch is just closed. Stress central, stress. I don't know how to cope. This causes palpitations. The will's real. Whoever finds Alice gets the money. I'm so glad it was real. Like, I had a kind of sneaking suspicion it would be, but because there was mention it so much, I just kind of thought maybe they're gonna do like a proper double bluff, and it's actually just not real at all. But the fact that it's real, that's amazing. So at this point, we know Alice is dead. We know she's been buried by Marsh. We know where. So it's just a case of, can anyone find her now? Like, who's gonna find her? Who's going to get this money? Like, what's going on? Like, you know. And, you know, I'm intrigued. Is it going to be Stevie? Has something happened to the body? Is it gone? Because, like, really, would this story end with Stevie getting all the money? You know? Like, this is about, I don't know, it said 10 million, didn't it? So I don't know what that would translate to now. But, like, that's a lot of money. So, can I see Stevie getting that? Especially considering there's another book. It's just a bit like, is that a cop-out ending, you know? Like, torn again, torn. Not call me Charles. He's the one member of staff I won't say kinda didn't expect it to be. I mean, like, if it was going to be a member of staff, it makes sense. But I can't believe it. He was always so nice. I imagined him to be amazing. I feel tricked. Random side point that's just come into my head. We're talking about whoever finds Alice. At this point, she's Bones. Because, like, I was just they found her in the wall. So we know she's Bones. But that's just got me thinking. How would they know it's Alice? It could just be a rando. I'm assuming they do DNA testing. But it's not Albert and Iris's kid. It's George and Flora's. So they can never prove it's Alice. Unless they find evidence and Stevie tells the evidence. Maybe that's what's going to happen, actually. Never mind. But that's interesting. That'd be a cop-out way. At the same time, I feel like Stevie wouldn't care about the money. I don't think she was in this for the money ever. Whereas someone like Fenton was. That's giving me a lot to think about. Oh my god, it has literally just got to that part. It's just revealed that they can't prove it by DNA that it's Albert and Iris's kid, because it's not. So no one got the money. And part of me is like, yeah, look at you go, Connie, you got that. But then part of me is like, how dare you do that to Stevie? She did all that work and she gets nothing for it? Awful. Betrayal. As if Stevie's actually not going to get the money. I'm really annoyed. I'm not done. I just spoke about this, put the book down, chilled a minute. I'm back. I'm not done about it. Can't believe all of that. Stevie is not getting the money because they can't prove it's her. So no one's going to get the money. The school's going to get it, which, to be fair, Stevie probably wouldn't be too bothered with. She'd be very happy that the school was going to get it because, you know, no one can find Alice, so when she turns 90, school gets all the money. So it makes sense. I have a feeling, like, in my head, I've got a little headcanon that Stevie, once she'd saved a tiny bit of money for herself, she'd donate the rest to the school. Like, that was 70 million. I can imagine her keeping, like, giving her friends, like, 1 million each, keeping 1 million for herself, and then giving the rest to the school, because she loves Ellingham Academy. So I can definitely see that happening anyway. I'm just miffed, man. Go me for predicting that, though. So guys, I have just finished The Hand on the Wall by Maureen Johnson. I gave myself a minute or two to kind of contemplate what I wanted to rate this before I filmed this little review as such. I am a tiny bit torn. There's a massive part of me that thinks this was absolutely amazing. This is 5-star. I loved it. I couldn't have gotten anything better than what we got. I was really, really happy with everything. But then there's a teensy, when I say teensy, I mean teensy part of me that really wishes Albert and Alice had survived and they'd gone undercover, and, you know, David, and not even David. David was fine. I keep saying David, it's not David. Edward King was a part of this story for a reason other than the guy who brings Stevie back. Like, it was just an annoying subplot and an excuse to find out what was in this will. Realistically, that will could have still been in the clock. Like, they could have stayed there. There is a way around them finding it. But they brought Edward King in for no reason other than to, one, cause trouble between Stevie and David, and two, for that reason, for the will. Like, there was no other reason. And I'm like, unless you was part of this story, so much emphasis should not have been made on you. Edward King should have been just mentioned in passing comment a few times. He should not have been such a big player in these last 2 books particularly. So there's a tiny part of me that's a bit upset with that. But mainly I'm just like, I don't care. I loved it. It was great. So I am going to give this a 5 stars. I have been contemplating that a lot more seriously than I should have. But this is a 5-star book. I love this. I thought it was amazing. What a perfect way to wrap off the trilogy. I had such a great time. And I'm just in time for the Box in the Woods. I don't know if I'm going to do a spoiler-filled vlog for the Box in the Woods. I feel like maybe I could just leave the trilogy and be done with it. I don't know. I don't really know where I stand with that yet. I'll just see when it comes to it, because I don't have a copy of that yet. I have all of them in paperback, so I'm going to be probably waiting for the paperback copy of The Box in the Woods before I read it, which is not coming out till next year. But I had a great time with this. It was amazing. The trilogy overall was fantastic. I can't wait to reread these because I know there's going to be so much. I've said it in every one of these videos. Maureen Johnson clearly wrote this trilogy. She knew what she wanted from the very first moment she started writing, and she dropped so many hints. And even thinking about it now, I can think of a couple, but I am like, right, I need to go back and find all of these hints. I want to reread it for that particular reason, and I can't wait till I get round to having a reread. This was a fantastic journey. I'm so glad I finally read the Truly Devious series. It is about time. It has been so long coming. There's been no reason I didn't do it. I'm just stupid, but I am excited. I've had a great time, and thank you all for being here. So let me know what you thought of this book. Was it a perfect ending? Did it let you down? I want to know everything. What did you think? So drop me a comment, leave me a like, subscribe if you are not already, because I'm a mess and I like people subscribing. Hi guys. But until next time, guys, this was The Hand in the Wall, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.